Howdy folks, Laxo here. And today we're going to be going right back to everybody's favorite character, Soi Fon. Alright, so I've been doing a lot of testing, and I mean a lot of testing on her. And I think the two War Souls that I'm actually enjoying with her, I mean, here's the thing, is you don't need War Soul of Chaos. You really don't need War Soul of Chaos on her. Why? Because this War Soul makes a good character great. Makes it okay character good, you know? That's why I like putting it on characters like Byakuya. It turns him from a great character into a amazing character. However, I've been using it on Soi Fon, and it actually is kind of crazy because she steals the attack of the entire enemy team, which I could only assume caps out at 20% here. So instead of increasing her attack 12%, it increases it 26%. Well, 26 plus 1.5, so 27.5%, which even multiplies all that bleed damage by that much more. So yeah, I've been doing that, and well, I'm gonna show you guys a little clip here. The funny thing about this clip is this is just a base arena attack I was just messing around with. I wasn't actually trying to be serious. I just kind of threw together a troll team really quick, and this is kind of what I came up with. So, as you can see here, I have Ichigo here, and I did not mean to have that at 0.8. And then I have Ulqiorra here to, of course, increase her attack, and then rage damage for Ichigo, and then, of course, this isn't necessarily needed by Sogyo, but it does help the damage a little bit. And then, of course, Gin to steal the rage and give it back to Soi Fon, and Soi Fon to rage here. And let's go ahead and slow this down here. Yeah. You guys saw that correctly. 44 million damage. Almost complete. I mean, it did delete the back row, but it almost completely one-shot the best tank in the game right at the gate, which is kind of crazy. So that is what I did with her. And this was the team that did it. The way I had it before is I had it like this before. And the reason why I was running this team comp was because I wanted to have a backup plan just in case Soi Fon did not actually beat their team in one shot. The backup plan was, okay, then I'll have Nell in there so she could rage the next round. All my team has to do is survive the first round. All they have to do is survive the first round. And then Nell would actually proc all the bleeds from Soi Fon. And then kill the enemy back, or front row or back row, whoever's left. But after playing this team a couple times, and I was getting around like 38 mil, 40 mil around there, I was like, you know what? I think if I put Nell in there, I might be able to just do the extra damage with her bleeds to finish team off. So I did that, and it actually worked. Now, the reason why I have this team like this and not a Soul Hall leader, as you guys can see, is because I get the benefit from these three. I get attack plus 10%, damage plus 10%, crit chance plus 15%, crit strength plus 20%, attack plus 10 more percent, and HP plus 10 more percent. And what's funny is I've always ran a Soul Hall ever since the game, or, you know, Soul Halls were released. Matter of fact, it's been the meta forever. But I almost feel like Soi Fon is a meta-breaking character, you know? She turns any team that you think is your tankiest team into literally just a one-shottable team. I think the person that I actually attacked in that in that clip was the person with the tankiest. No, maybe it was another person, but nonetheless, I one-shot the tankiest person in my entire server. I one-shot his entire team with Soi Fon. So honestly, I don't even think you need to run her on it. This is specifically, and I showed the wrong. This is specifically for arena. This will not work in regular gameplay. Why? Because Soi Fon will not always go first. You could get her to go first if you have Gain here and he does rage reduction with 3 characters in the back row, then Soi Fon will get enough rage to rage first round. However, you have to rely on all 3 characters to get the rage reduction off. Now, what you could be doing with Soi Fon here is you could actually just take off War Souls Crimson, which is not the most ideal thing because you lose almost 100% bleed damage. And that's where the majority of her damage comes from. And you could put on the Azure War Soul, which would increase her rage by 250 on the high end. Which then would make it so Gin, I think, only has to use rage reduction on 1 character, and then she would rage. But then she'd be losing on pretty much all of her bleed damage, and putting Ulqiorra in that lineup would be so very mandatory at that point. Now, I actually have done some testing with and without Ulqiorra in the lineup. And the final numbers I'm coming up with is like around 20% extra damage. 20 on some tests I was getting upwards towards 33% extra damage just from the mere presence of Ulqiorra in the lineup. Which, once again, you know what, let's actually just look at his kit really, really quickly here. And I will show you guys why Ulqiorra is busted with her. All allied dot damage is increased greatly when deployed. All dot damage. Now, this is when deployed. So he has to be in your lineup because it says when deployed. If he's not deployed in your lineup, you will not get this benefit. However, you will get this benefit. At the beginning of each round, Salida Vista marks a random enemy target for 1 round. You will get that. You will get that benefit. However, you will not get this benefit right here. Dot effect by 52.14. And once again, I believe that's a bug. I'm pretty sure it's 100%. I think it's a bug. Maybe they fixed it. I believe last time I tested it, which was a few months ago, I think it was, or maybe they did fix it in my Ulqiorra review video. Maybe they did. However, you need to have him in your lineup. Why? Because he gives Soi Fon an extra 52% bleed damage on top of when you have the Crimson War Soul, you get almost 100%. So you're looking at, I'm not, here's the funny thing is I'm not sure what the order of operations is. I'm pretty sure if I had to guess, it would increase the bleed damage right here by 100. I'm just going to round this up to 100%, okay? By 100% with this War Soul. And then you'd get the benefit from Ulqiorra, which would then increase the dot, which would be bleeding, by an extra 52% short-term memory loss. Anyways, just kidding. So I think that would probably be the best bet, because you want to increase it by the large number and then the small number. Maybe I'm not the best with those kind of math problems. Which brings me to the point of why Aizen War Soul is actually really, really good on her. If, again, I don't suggest using it on her because she doesn't need the extra damage. But we're going to take a look and I'm going to tell you why it's so good on her. I think I already said it actually, because you increase the attack, and that is a direct reflection of what bleed damage is. As you can see here on Nell, it says bleed damage is 20% of the character's attack plus 990. Now, I don't know if it's bugged or not, but the damage procs I've been seeing with some of those bleeds are like 200k plus. And that is without the Eisenmore, so the War Soul of Chaos. So we would have to increase her bleed damage by, let's see here, 20k or 20% of 316, let's just say 63k would be the normal bleed dot that you'd get, because that is roughly 20% of this 63k. Yeah. And what's funny is people always tell me my math is bad, but I feel like my math is pretty good. Anyways, so you would have to increase it from 63k to over 200k, which would be an increase of what, 400%, which is crazy. I don't see her getting her damage increased by 300%. Yes, there are little things here and there, but I don't see it being 200k, going from 60k to 200k, and that's 200 plus k. Alright, so here is the rage attack that I posted earlier. This is without the War Soul of Chaos, so I'm not getting crazy damage procs, but let's look and see here. So right here I'm getting a proc of 300k. This looks like a proc of 500k, 500k. This looks like a proc of 500k. This looks like a proc of 800k. This is a proc of 800k, 800k. So maybe somebody in chat that actually knows these kind of numbers could let me know what's going on here, but I feel like she has to be bugged in a way that her damage is way more than it's supposed to be. Because again, this battle right here, she did not have... wait, did she have Chaos on? No, she did not have Chaos on, because I had a... Okay, yeah, because I had Nell in the lineup. Not until after I took Nell in the lineup did I start testing Chaos. So... But that also goes to show you the difference in power from 33k to over 40k, which is pretty much the only difference I made was swapping out the War Soul. And of course, a character. So maybe you guys can tell me what's going on with everything, because the damage increases are just off the charts right now. Off the charts. I don't see how her rage should be doing 30 to 40 plus million damage. Because, okay, I know this is kind of rambling at this point, but let's take a look. So, it procs the bleed, so it inflicts bleed, and that procs it with settle accounts. All targets for 2 rounds. Yeah, 3 stacks of bleeding, and then procs it twice. So, immediately, that's 6 stacks of bleeding on every single character. 6 times 6, 36. We're looking at 36 procs of bleed on every character. And that is 36 procs at 200k damage. Quickly, that is 7.2 million damage. Now, her rage attack is not doing... Her rage attack is not doing what? 40, so her rage attack is definitely not doing 33 million damage flat, because if it was, the proc from Sogyo here, it should only be an extra, is it 50% or 40%? Tricked when the tricked, okay, equal to 30% of the damage dealt. It's only 30%, I thought it was 50%, wow. So I was even off on that. So it's definitely not, because you'd have to take the damage, multiply it, or, 30%, then multiply it by 5 other characters. Okay, I apologize. I actually read that wrong. 40%. Receive 40% of the damage dealt to the target with Tricked. Okay, so it was pretty close. So, by no means is any of this necessary at all. This is really, really not necessary. You do not need Sogyo in with her. I was just trying to get big damage numbers. That's it. I like big damage numbers. But moving back to this, we can see this right here. So we'd recover, I believe it said 30% of the damage dealt to target with Tricked. So we'd have to look at how much HP we recover right here. Actually, I think this is off center. It's close enough actually. So you guys can see the HP procs, or you know, the procs that we get back of health right here in the top left corner. So we'd have to count up all of these, which is looks like 310k times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Maybe it's just 12. So that 310k would be 30. Actually, okay, so I think maybe it just overlapped it. So let's just say 620k. 620k would be 30% of the damage dealt. That is okay. So it would be 30%, I think, of the 40% that everybody received. So that would be actually, maybe that is correct. 600k. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Maybe that is correct actually, because everybody received about 600k HP. I'd assume. I think that's what all those numbers mean. Or maybe it just procced. Maybe it just procced several times because of settle accounts. I'd love for Oasis to come out and answer all these questions, because I feel like she's doing way more damage than she should be doing right now. But I think that's pretty much it, because I don't know what's going on with that damage. Once again, if somebody in the chat would like to, you know, let me know what's going on, feel free to do that. Last but not least, this is the team I'm going to be running, and honestly, I don't even feel like I need to be running this team. I feel like it's too much damage, because look, we have Ichigo in here, we have Nell, and we have Soi Fon, which is 3 heavy damage dealers on one team. And if you check out a team like this right here, I have 1 major damage dealer. So I almost feel like I need to swap over a character or two. But this is the team I'm going to be running. I need to run at least 1 dragon. So I'm going to toss Ichigo in there, because Ichigo goes well with Nell, and Nell goes well with Soi Fon. And of course, Ulqiorra. These 3 go pretty well. Well, these 2 go pretty well with anybody. So this is the team I'm going to be running. See how it does. I will get back to you guys a little bit later on tomorrow, when I can get some more time and maybe make another quick little video. But I didn't really want to show any gameplay, because I have noticed I need to update my Windows. So my computer is lagging really badly right now, because I need to update my my laptop. So I'm going to get to that right now. I'm going to leave it there. If you guys enjoy this content, sorry for all the rambling and, you know, random topics I went off on. But that's going to do it for this one, guys. If you guys enjoyed, feel free to hit that subscribe button. I'd appreciate it. I will hopefully get back to you guys tomorrow. If you guys would like to join my Discord, link will be in the description as usual. And I'll catch you then.